Hello guys and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan in Buriram, Thailand. Now I've had my son with me since Monday, so I've not been able to get a lot done, and I've just dropped him off back with his mum today. So I've got a few days now on my own to concentrate on work and on YouTube. Now I posted a video yesterday, and that video was designed as a bit of a closing statement to finally close a chapter of a book of my life, and to finally properly say goodbye to my ex. If you're not aware, I recently went through a breakup, and basically all that's been put to bed now, and all the videos relating to it I put into the members area just so she can't watch them. Now guys, I want to get back on track with a story, and we've got a very crazy story for you right now. So stick the kettle on guys, it's going to be around about a 10 minute story. So let's jump in to today's crazy story. Okay, let's get straight into it guys. Hi Dan, like I promised on the YouTube comment, here is my last relationship that I went through. I know that I am very blessed where I was born, because that is always kind of like a lottery. I went to a very prestigious university here in Europe and been an exchange student to the University of Oxford. I have 2 master's degrees, masters in mathematics and the other in economics. After a number of jobs like math, science and the occasional history teacher at a certain international private school, and then a crisis manager, guy that fixes companies that are in trouble, I landed my dream job here in Switzerland within the Swiss financial sector, and rose to the highest echelons very quickly. Now I was and still am kind of a workaholic. I have been burned before in relationships. Yeah, some were my fault, others weren't. So when the CEO said, you should look to get a nice lady because all work and no play, yada yada yada, after I said my piece along the lines of, well, I have been burnt before, and besides my mind is like flying warp speed, I need a woman that can keep up. He smiled and invited me to a bunch of after-convention network parties. This was where the rich, powerful and the beautiful hung out. There I met Maria, not her real name for reasons that will become apparent. She was a supermodel that worked for fashion houses like Dior, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana, Versace and so on, but she was witty, funny and seemed to have a nice brain to go with everything. Plus she was extremely conservative with money. After some dates we became an item, and all seemed right in the world. We went to parties, conventions, jetted everywhere, and life seemed to be on track. One evening we were in a relationship for 4 months now. I had put an offer on a very special and unique place, but it needed a lot of work. Didn't tell her about the place. I wanted it to be a surprise. And she said, hey babe, why don't you move in with me? I said, okay. I had a rescue kitten, which she loved too. Anyway, I moved in and everything went fine for another 4 months. Then one evening, when I picked her up from the airport, we had a huge row out of the blue. Well, she did more of the shouting and demanding. I kept silent because you know sometimes on planes people get cranky. Next morning it was as if nothing happened. We went for a hike and she was collecting leaves and flowers. On the side she was an artist. Then I noticed a red string on her right wrist. I asked about it, but she was evasive, so I said, babe, if this is a subtle hint from you to me that you want some jewellery, let's go to the shop. She then explained it was her new religion her friend introduced her to, along with tarot reading. I didn't know what tarot was, so I thought it was something to talk to spirits or something. Oh, bad move, Andreas. She went off on me. Was like it was flipping a light switch. After another verbal fight, I thought to myself, note to self, do not joke with tarot and ghosts. This was actually a free day where she didn't speak to me, and I let sleeping dogs lie. She did apologise to me and that it was just stress, to which I said that I understand, but that biting my head off wouldn't improve her mood. After that, some strange stuff started to happen. One left sock went missing, then one pair of my sports shoes, then a tie, then a right sock of another pair and a tie clip. I also saw a change in my cat that went from happy, funny, goofy cat that loved both me and Maria to actively hissing and trying to not get near Maria at all. I thought, all this stuff going missing, do we potentially have some weirdo breaking in somehow? So I placed hidden cams and didn't tell her about it. By the way, I did a lot of house chores on top of my high demanding job, because she didn't respond when I said that some items went missing. Fast forward to the next month and 7 big fights, verbally. I came home early and no cat. Normally the cat came and greeted me, but this time no cat. Went around the whole house, no cat. I thought, let me see if I can find where the cat went on the hidden cameras. This is what I saw. After I left, Maria took the cat, tied its 4 paws so it was eagle spread and had candles all around the table where she was doing that to the poor cat. Then she ritualistically butchered the cat. I can still hear the screams my poor cat made. And I get angry every single time. Then I saw her cut her red strand on her right wrist and dipped it into the blood and sealed it with candle wax. I had seen enough. I took my bags, the recording, all of the hidden cams, and put it all in my car. I was about to leave when she came home. She was first stunned to see me and then started to scream at me. I thought, oh crap, if this continues, some neighbours will call the cops. Happened a couple of times the previous month for loud voices, all hers. So I got out my locked car, ran inside, she after me still verbally abusing me, and I ran into the bathroom, shutting the door and kind of barricading myself in there. I tried to gently open the window to get out, but it made some noise, so I coughed. Open the door, was her response. So I did heckle her a bit, hoping that her shrill voice would muffle the sound of me sliding the window open and jumping out. Luck was on my side and I got out of there, but before I jumped I did shout something nasty, which I knew would set her in a flipping rage. You know that red dress makes you look fat? I know, not nice. Got to my car, pushed it gently towards the road, was all hilly so it was easy, and then got in and sped to the nearest police station. Immediately put in a complaint against her, and then the cop said, "Sir, you are bleeding." Well, I didn't notice at the time, but she actually cut me with a knife on my hand. I was just so full of adrenaline, I didn't notice it. They bandaged it up and made another police report. All the cops there were horrified what she did to the cat, and they did arrest her. Long story short, first judge threw the book at her, 5 years in jail. Maximum for ritualistically torture and killing of an animal. Though the law has been adjusted, she appealed and got that sentence to 5 years with ankle monitor. If she travelled for work outside Switzerland, it got removed, and when she returned, it was put back. But there was a no contact with me clause, and she had to stay away. Both judges were revolted what she did to my poor cat. Personally, I think she wanted to do what she did to the cat to me as well. These Kabbalah witches do that stuff, but then I didn't know about those witches. It was only after this I looked into it. Also, Madonna and other celebs have this. On the right wrist means they have killed an animal, and on the left, like Madonna, well, it suggested they killed a human being, usually abortion, or some junk, or some poor guy on the street. Homeless people go missing all the time. Anyway, I was happy to move on, and after all, I had a new place in a kick-ass part of Switzerland very close to Zurich, but mountainous and in an extreme conservative region. One neighbour is a master gunsmith who repairs all the weapons of the local police force and the Swiss Special Forces. I think he was in the mountain division, but I did not ask about that. Great guy, divorced, but has some crazy things he is working on, and I am helping him. Restoring a Sherman tank at one time, but now we are restoring a Leopard tank for a reenactment group. I also got into search and rescue, and I was training my dogs, Odin, Portos, Artemis and Dingle, for search and rescue. Odin is my best dog, Portos is second, but if one of my closest friends. ER doctor and part of a fast response team have been active when disasters like earthquake in Turkey happen to go there and find people. We'll take Portos to search and rescue people in disaster areas. So I got a call one midday that the cops were called because my dogs caught a trespasser and removed her pants, shredded it, and then took a pee and dump on her, and that I needed to come and give them a hand. Cops were containing their laughter. When I got there, it was my ex that sacrificed my cat. She tried to act like we were together, but the cops were, "Hey ma'am, you were trespassing," and well, no, he is not your boyfriend anymore. I see you broke your restraining order, so we will have to write that up. Oh, she stunk like a skunk. That didn't make her stop though. She kept stalking me for 5 months, though she didn't jump the fence. She did stop when my neighbour, the master gunsmith, who was so peed off and annoyed at that woman that he drove out his own Sherman tank out of the gate. This sent her in freak mode and she flew out of there. According to my neighbour, I heard later that she didn't come back one day to Switzerland, so now if she does set foot in Switzerland, she is going to sit those remainder years out in jail. Don't think she will come back though. From what I hear, she's shaggle-toothed up with some of her friends. Guess I dodged a bullet, hey? Sorry for the long story, and have a great day everyone, from Andreas Scout from Switzerland. Okay guys, very crazy story, and I'm sure it makes a lot of people feel a lot better out there about their own current situation. Is your girlfriend or wife sacrificing a cat? So since my breakup with my ex-Thai partner, I've had a lot of stories about relationships, guys, so expect more crazy relationship stories. And if you've got a story of your own that you want to share on the channel, guys, I'm trying to get back on track, and I'm hoping I can continue producing daily stories on the channel. So get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com and we can feature your story on the channel. Now guys, I hope you're all having a great day. I hope everybody is well. I just want to say another thank you to everyone that's been supportive of me over the last few weeks. Everything's in the past now, guys, and all we do is live in the present and move forward. This is a new chapter of my life, and I invite you all to come on this new journey with me. Thanks for watching, guys, and ciao for now.